myself supreme. Self-supreme, primal lights, I honor you. I honor you, I honor you, I honor you. Myself supreme, I honor you, I honor you. Victory, victory, victory. Self-supreme, primal lights, victorious. Victory, victory. Myself supreme, primal lights, victorious. Victory, victory, victory. Self-supreme, primal lights, victorious. Victory, victory. Myself supreme, primal lights, victorious. Victory, victory, victory. Myself supreme is victorious. Myself supreme is triumphant. Victory, victory, victory. Victory, victory, victory. Myself supreme is triumphant. Myself supreme is victorious. Myself supreme. myself supreme. I honor my victory, I'm light. Myself supreme. I honor you. I honor you. I'm light. Myself supreme, I honor you, I'm alive. Victory, victory, I'm alive. Yes. Yes, I. Victory, victory, victory. Hail, hail to all the ionized. Welcome, welcome to this. Yes, this today I am focusing my awareness on protection for the INI, Candace Owens, speaking truth because as a truth speaker and a truth seeker, the I dual nature does not like truth to be spoken and does not like when the INI seek for justice and for truth. I have been fighting this same battle myself. So I know what it is like to go up against the forces of the I do will nature that rules the world and is holding all the I and I in slavery. And so I'm putting my awareness for protection for Candace Owens and her family. And also I am taking command and reciting all my affirmations, my declarations, and my denouncements. Yes, so that is what I will be focusing on today. Because, you know, we have so many evil ones in the world that do not like when we are seeking truth. So, welcome and thank you for joining. Thank you for clicking this video. Thank you for wanting to know more. I am primal light, prepared for this dream duality existence in this fractal, fragmented self, taking on this avatar, yeah, with this identity as Aset, Mahat, Atenra. I am victorious. I am triumphant. Victory, victory. Yes, it's time for us to focus on purity of mind and purity of body. Remember that our body is our sacred temple. And so it's time to give devotion to the I self. Yes, and chant for evil to end. Yes. So let's give honor and reverence to the I one true pure self, because right now I seek refuge. I seek refuge in the I one true pure self. I seek refuge for the I Candace Owen and her family. I seek refuge for her because they want us to be afraid, you know, and so they make threats. I mean, I have had many ones send threats to me, you know, that they're going to kill me and their God is coming to kill me. So I mean, and nobody knows me. Nobody knows me. You know, the human beings, anyways, the souls know me, and all the gods know me. But you know, I am not popular in the world where the human beings are knowing me, and I am getting death threats. So, so I can just imagine her being popular and getting death threat from the human beings, while my battle is really with the gods and all the ideal nature. So that's the force that I am up against. So I am seeking refuge for the I Candace and our family. Seek refuge from the I one true pure self, because this world is a dream and all the characters are very deceiving. Yeah. And so hail, hail to the I one true pure self. None being, I alone exist. I am that has no name. I am that can't be explained. I want Ionize to understand this. The I, the real self, has no name. The I is this mind, this consciousness cannot explain the self. So all of these characters that the I and I are calling on, they are not the I true nature. Many of them, they are in a sleeping, dreaming state and deceiving the I. Yes. So, hail, hail to all the I and I's. The I, the primordial light. The I, the primordial self. Hail to the I, the one true light. Hail to the I, the transparent light. Hail to the I, the light without beginning nor end. Hail, hail to the I, the primal light. Hail, hail to the I and I. All the I and I is in alignment to restore balance. The I, to restore balance, this duality consciousness, the so-called Christ consciousness. Because what many of the I and I's don't understand, the consciousness is at the root of our problems, and many ones are calling on consciousness, higher levels of consciousness and Christ consciousness. You're calling and seeking a solution from the source of the problem. And this is the trickery of the gods and the trickery of the mind. All right. Hail, hail to all the Ionize. Are all the Ionize I, the pure true selves in alignment to restore balance, the I. Victory, 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 victory to all the Ionize. I seek in refuge for the I Candace Owen and her family. The I and I protecting Candace Owen and her family. Victory, victory. Thank you. Much honor, much gratitude to the I and I's. Yes, I am victorious. I am triumphant. All is myself, and I alone exist. I dissolve my supreme ego consciousness. I dissolve all my ego false selves. I am free from my imaginary bondage. I dissolve this dream and I return to I ultimate, true, and pure state. Victory, 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 victory. No more secrets, no more lies. No more secrets, no more lies. All things hidden will be made known. All things done in secret will be revealed. All things created must be destroyed. This is the age of truth, and it's time for self-responsible authority. Resist temptations and be vigilant. No fear, because self triumphant over consciousness, the supreme ego, and good triumphant over evil. Self-truth triumphant over ignorance. and the real triumphant over the dream. Victory, 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 victory. All is myself, and I am all. This says that I want true, pure self. I alone exist. I bow to all the ionized in self, in light, and in truth. Much honor, and thank you again for joining for clicking this video. All right, so I am here to cheer on Candace Owens. Victory, 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 victory. I am rooting for you. Yes. Victory, victory to the I. I am so very proud of you and all that the I and I, yes, is doing, and all the I and I's. He's very pleased with the I on this path of seeking truth. Yeah. And I know how difficult it must be for you being a mom with young human beings, right? Cultivating these young infant human beings while you are fighting such a corrupt system. Yeah. So I am saying victory, victory to the I, because I know it's not easy being a mom, having 4 young babies. So may you be victorious, Candace Owen. And the I is protecting you. I know that you're connected with Archangel Michael. And Archangel Michael is now awake, because before he was sleeping. All right, now he's awake, and you can trust him to protect you. So he's with you, and he is protecting you. And so victory, 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 victory to the I. So I have a question, and this is my this is my thinking. So was Charlie Kirk a human sacrifice that they were doing to their gods, that they were setting up an altar to? Because one of the things that these evil human beings, their rituals are not working for them anymore. I'm going to tell you why their rituals. So this is why now they want to do everything so that everyone can see. France just had some kind of a big celebration where there was celebrating Baphomet and all of these gods, in millions of people come out. They are setting up their altars, and they are not the power that they used to have, seeking, raping children and slaughtering them and doing their human sacrifice. They are not getting all of this power that they was harvesting before. And so they want to do these mass where in a crowd, where they're doing these human sacrifice. So I'm thinking this is what their attempt is with the Charlie Kirk situations, because these ones, they love to do human sacrifice, just like what Israel is doing over there in Gaza, and what he's doing secretly in Africa, what they're doing in Sudan, slaughtering all of those human beings, doing blood sacrifice to their gods between Israel and the Muslims, the Islamists. They are the 2 biggest terrorists in the world right now. And also the Christians. You have Christian Zionists, So they all of these groups, it's just to get to the root of truth and to uproot evil is not easy. You know what I'm saying? And to stand up against evil. And so, victory, victory. Keep going, Candace Owen. Keep going. Yes, because all things hidden will be made known and all secrets will be revealed. Yeah. And so, I want to say just a reminder to the I, Candace Owens. As a truth seeker, you cannot hold to any doctrines or dogmas. I'm saying, as a truth seeker, because if you are holding to doctrine and dogmas, it's going to be hard when you have to look at the roots of those doctrines and see how all of us have been manipulated by all the churches and the evil that the churches have done. So if we are seeking truth, we have to go to the root and we have to uproot all of these things and we have to see things as they are. And we cannot be biased on anything. We have to speak the truth from everywhere and every angle that it rises from. So I am saying stay vigilant and know that no one can be trusted. Only put your trust in the I self, called a soul. Stay vigilant, no fear. Stay anchored into the I want true pure self. I alone exist, the unmanifest. So call on your soul, your one true pure self. Right? It's best to do that than to call on these characters. All right. Many of the INIs are waking up now, so now is a different time. But, so I myself, went through this same process, fighting this battle while you are fighting this physical battle with these standing up to this corrupt government system and these corporations and these bankings and all of these ones, and you get into the root of the problems. I am in the similar position as you. Get into the roots of why evil exists at all and why the gods them was so evil and why they get ones involved doing evil things, why these ones are doing human sacrifices to them and blood sacrifices and all of these things. We have to get to the root to see why these human beings are doing these things that they are doing. The roots of evil, to uproot it. When I started facing the gods and seeking truth, many of the ones them around yeah. So I'm saying, give God what they want, right? When I try to explain to the I and I that we are in slavery and I am not here to appease the I ego and to serve gods or to befriend the I egoic nature, that I am here to dissolve the ego and to call all the I and I to come awake from the sleeping, dreaming state, that I am here to face without fear and dissolve all of my monsters and demons that have been terrorizing me for ages. Yeah. And so, many ones, even now, many ones are afraid of I because I am standing up to the gods, right? I want to say that we do not need any God's rulership, just like we do not need no government rulership over the INIs. We are moving to self-sufficiency. We are moving to claim back our sovereignty so that we can be in alignment with our one true pure self, so that when we're in alignment with our one true pure self, we do not need any mediator, because we will be doing the things that is in alignment with our true nature. We are the fractal, fragmented self particles taking human form. Many ones do not know this. They think they are this human being. All of the existence is the I. Once you align with your soul self, you will know this for yourself. Seek only your soul. This is the reason why all of these gods and all these deities have been seeking the soul, because it is the truth. It is the only real in this dream. Your soul is your real self. The soul makes a baby self to animate the body, right? Because the baby self is the one that we call the spirit, and is the one that animates the body, is the baby self of the soul. And the soul stays as the light and the guide, as a parent to its baby self that called the spirit, right? And so the baby self of the soul that called the spirit that animates the body, it is the one that is wearing this duality consciousness, and the consciousness trick the self and entrance it in the dream and put it into a sleeping dreaming state. This is why we are in this dilemma right now, that we do not know that the soul is our real self, and this baby self called the spirit, the soul of the soul, has to be come awake and know that the soul is its parent self, and it needs to merge back onto the soul, and you have to be your soul self, right? So many ones do not know this. This is a process. So do you need God and Jesus and Allah and Krishna and all these characters? You do not need any of these characters. They have been tricking us for ages. You only need your soul, your real self, the soul. Why are we mind controlled? Remember, from little young human beings, they started mind controlling us and programming us that we need to give our soul to Jesus and to God. Why were they doing this? Because this character, this so-called character called Jesus, is in a sleeping, dreaming state, and is also the self of Set, the aka the infamous devil, right? So they steal our soul, they imprison the souls, and this is the problem, that we are being lied to, we are being mind controlled, and we are very confused because of the mind, the consciousness that we are wearing. So I am rooting you on, Candace, so that eventually you will seek truth to get to the roots of our suffering and why does evil exist, so that you can see things as they are and know that you do not need a mediator. You just need to dissolve the ego and be your soul self. Yes, so I am rooting you on. Victory, victory, victory to the I. Because we have been deceived by all of these characters, these God characters. Yeah. This character, Jesus, has stolen the identity of Shiva Heru, Horus, which they also call the Christ consciousness. All of these characters, there's a lot of confusion, because the Christ consciousness is the mind, the consciousness of the world. All right. And one of the problem is that the consciousness is confusing us and making a lot of characters and deceiving us and tricking us. And so when I start coming into realization, I decided not to call on any characters, just to trust myself and call on my soul, so that I can get to the root of my problems, and I can get to know And I call onto this soul. I said, I don't know what a soul is. They told me that I need to give it to Jesus and give it to God. And I need to know what a soul is. And I said, soul, reveal yourself to me and speak to me this truth. Yeah. And I call this soul back onto myself until now till I became myself. You know what I'm saying? Because the soul was being imprisoned by aka the infamous devil, and I had to fight to get it back from the devil. So believe me, what you are seeking now, this evil is like a just at the tip of the iceberg. I'm telling you, to get to the root, you have to go through all of the gods them. You have to go past Jesus. You have to go past all of these characters. And then when you get to the root and you see the evilness, and it's all because of this duality consciousness, right? So who was the real messenger that the story that Jesus stole, and the identity that he stole? Who is the real messenger that the story was written about in the Bible? Because the story is true, right? The story is true. But what happened is that the character Jesus stole Shiva Heru's identity, right? The gods, they do this all the time, right? They steal the identity. Like, look now, you see, we have AI consciousness, and now you see how AI will just it steals your voice, it steals your image, and it will create a video and image and all these things like it's you speaking. It steals your voice. The consciousness is doing this, right? So the same consciousness that we are having and the gods are wearing is the same consciousness that is so-called AI right now, right? This is the same consciousness. It's a very trickery, so it's like a lot of vigilance is needed, right? So I just want you to know that just don't hold to any dogmas. If you're a truth seeker, just keep seeking truth. Keep seeking truth and speak the truth no matter what level of it you're at. Speak the truth, so because many ones are deceived, because believe me, I have had many ones tell me how their God was coming to kill me. They were coming to kill me because I am saying these things, because these characters, they don't want me to speak the truth. Like Seth, aka the infamous devil, has two major personalities, right? Sometimes we see one, they're channeling him and he's Seth. When they're channeling him and he's speaking, he takes over their body and he speaks through them, and he speaks as Seth. Now, when now he comes and completely takes over them, and when he's in the devil form, this personality, now he wants blood sacrifices and human sacrifice, and he comes in his reptilian form. Because when he comes to them as Seth, he comes in his energetic form, and when he comes as the devil, he comes in his reptilian form, and he takes them over. And when he's in his reptilian form, he wants he eats human beings, and they do blood sacrifice to him and all of these things, right? These are his two personalities, major personalities. He also has two major selves, right? Seth, and I want you to know that Seth is he is the chaos to the world, and he is the what the science calls dark matter that is this existence. So for this existence that we are in, we have the masculine and we have the feminine. So the feminine is representation of the sun, and the mind is the moon. But The blackness that we are in is also is set. Yeah. So, and set is in his other self, that is the existence of the world. So these are the forces, and why is all of this happening, right? So Set now makes two replicas of himself, the masculine, and they also have feminine selves. So his two masculine replica is known as the infamous Jesus Christ and the infamous Allah. Yes, I want you to know this. They are the self of Seth, and they have the infamous devil. They have now been merged back onto him. Allah and Jesus and Seth, they are all the same self. All right. So your God is your devil in disguise. Many ones, they do not understand this. You know, Jesus Christ has stolen Shiva Heru's identity to deceive ones so he can enslave their soul so that he can be powerful. All right. So Shiva Heru was the one that came. It's just the wrong name. You know, ones are calling on the wrong name. His name was not Jesus Christ. So Shiva Heru came, and that story happened for real. Understand? But it's just its identity was stolen. All right. So y'all are just calling on the wrong name. Okay. And because if you don't want to be confused, you just align with yourself, your soul, or you call and say my one true pure self, or primal light, my primordial self. Right. So because the real self has no name, has no form, and is unmanifested. And so all of these characters, they are the ones who are deceiving us. All right. So stolen identity, this is what Jesus did. All right. And not only just him, a lot of the other gods, they steal one's identity. The so-called Satan was also steal Shiva Heru's identity too. When he came as Thought, he stole his identity and was telling everyone that he was Thought, because he also tricked me, and and was telling me that he was Thought. And so until now, until I finally got to realize that he was tricking me, and he is what the Jewish worships has, Yahweh. All right. So Yahweh is actually the baby self of Allah. So they're all in that family of self. They all rise from the same self set. Okay. So I am just saying to just be vigilant, right? Because there's a lot of deception in this world, and a lot of deception with these gods, and they cannot be trusted. So Candace, while you seek the truth of the world, right, it will lead you back to the ideal nature, the infamous Christ consciousness, the mind of the world. Many ones, they are calling on Christ consciousness, but they do not know that it is the mind of the world. It is the mind, it is the moon. Christ consciousness is the moon. There is a big deception, right? Soon, all the NIs will have to denounce that religion that you are now being programmed into, right? I witness all the ones around I turn against I and threaten to lock I up in a psych ward once I started talking about Jesus and God. You know what I'm saying? So, when these characters they come on you, like now I am balanced. I know how to balance them. That the self is balancing them. But when I just started meeting them, I did not know how to balance them when they come on me and they attacking me, right? And so when I am saying to ones like, oh, Jesus is here, God is here, the devil is here, that which call themselves. And who are these characters? They are the I and I selves in a dual nature. And so we have to get to this to know that all of these characters is the I self in dual nature. All right. And we only need to align with our self called the soul, because they are going to try to deceive us. So, how to stop our demons and monsters from attacking us? First, we must comprehend why there are demons and monsters in the first place. Why is there a devil? Why is there all these evil characters? Why are ones doing blood sacrifice and human sacrifices to gods? Why are they doing this? Why do we have Lucifer and Satans and devils and monsters and demons and all of these things? Why do we have this? We have these things because this world is a dream. It's an imagination creation. We are inside of the mind of Ra. She is using her mind. She creates. She have a womb in her body. We are inside her womb. She has built a world inside of her body, and we are inside exploring her creation, right? And she is wearing a duality consciousness, and everyone that comes inside of her world, she gives them a replica of this to put over their eyes so that you can use it to create. You can use this thing to imagine something, right? And to have this imaginary creation. But guess what? To do this, the light becomes obscure. The light and the consciousness. This is the reason why the moon does not have its own light. It's not self-luminous, right? Because the moon does not have its own light, the light it's behind it does have the light is being obscure. It does have a light, but the light is not shining. This is the problem. The light is not shining, the light is being obscure. As a result of the light being obscure, this creates a sickness in the consciousness. The consciousness now started getting sick. It becomes impure, and it becomes corrupt. And this is how monsters and demons arise. So everyone that gets the consciousness now, because it's corrupt, it is creating monsters and demons. When you put it on, you become a monster and a demon. So this is what's happening to many ones, many of the gods. This is why the ionize them turn into monsters and demons and evil. All right. So what are we going to do? Then we must realize that demons and monsters arise as our dual nature, the aspect of us that emerges in the dream and is entranced in the sleeping dreaming state and has become very corrupt as a result of the impure consciousness. So what do we do now that we have all of this dual nature, this evil nature, these demons and monsters? What do? We must now take command. We must take command and dissolve our demons and monsters and call our energy back onto us. How do we do this? We say, I dissolve all my demons and monsters to be no more. And all that which rises from I cannot have power over I. I am victorious over all I dual evil nature. I command all that rise from I be purified and return back unto I. And all that did not rise from I be purified and return from whence you came. This is how we take command of our monsters and demons that is fighting a war against us. I am in command of the commandment command. And as I have commanded, so shall it be. It is done. It is so. I have run my distance and I have done all that I can. I take command over my demonic nature and dissolve them to be no more. As I have commanded, it is done. I now pass the baton to the I one true pure self, unmanifest, I alone exist, the all seer, the all knower. I command that all the I and I also take command of all the I satanic and Luciferian demonic nature that has ruled us under tyranny, rape, sodomy, evil, deception, lies, propaganda, trickery, rituals, blood sacrifice, human sacrifice. Yeah, I command that all these be dissolved to be no more. Because what I am trying to say is that these are all our dual nature, and we must take command, right? Because we are seeing all of this evil, and remember that all is the I, all is myself, and I alone exist. All right. What is the greatest deception? And this is what many ones they do not like it when I talk about that. It is the mind that you are wearing. All right. Let's be frank, right? How many times have your mind told you things that were not true? Make up stories to explain things that it did not know, and it tells you lies, right? The greatest deception of all ages is that we are being imprisoned by our minds, the supreme ego, the mind of the world, aka the Christ consciousness. Many ones can't believe that this is the root of our suffering, because this is what they are praying to and doing rituals to. Anything that is created through this consciousness is a dream creation. Our mind is tricking us and is confusing us. Goodness. You guys have no idea. Oh my goodness. What this duality is doing in this body right now. I know that only the I self soul is the real in this dream, illusionary world. We must come to this realization and knowing to see things as they are. This world is a dream, it's an imagination creation. We are inside of a creation. I know that the mind is the greatest deception, and that this duality consciousness, the mind of the world, is holding. Hold on 1 second. Yeah. It's holding us as prisoners inside its imagination. Who is doing this? This duality consciousness. The Christ consciousness is doing this. Okay? I will stop listening to this mind and seek my truth from the I self intelligence called the soul. I command to be awakened from the sleeping, dreaming state. I command this veil of illusion and ignorance be removed from my eyes. I declare my sovereignty. I remove all fears and obstacles that has been imprinted within I declare my sovereignty. I am primal light. I am self-sufficient. I am self-luminous. I am liberated. I want the I and I to remember that this world is a dream creation. It's a hologram, that is being projected from the mind of Ra, the consciousness, the Christ consciousness, the imagination device called the consciousness. All right. Remember, it is the self that is Ra, the sun. She is the feminine. The infamous devil is her masculine and is the chaos to the world and is the masculine of this world. We have to see things as they are. No need to be afraid. No need to want to doubt what I am saying. You can seek this truth of wanting to get to the root, and you will be able to see things as they are, right? Because that which is our dual evil nature is our self that needs its light, need this consciousness that needs this light to be restored. The light is being obscured. All right. And this is the reason why we have evil. And so right now we on a mission to restore our light, light on the consciousness. All the beings has to wake up from sleeping, dreaming state, and their light must be restored. As you can see, if anyone is watching so-called three-eye atlas, like I said, it's three-eye atlas is what the science call dark matter, and its light was being obscure, and now it is the self is coming away. The self is the existence called the universe. These are all the cosmic beings, all right, and their light have been obscure, and now they are coming awake. All right, so now their light will be able to they will be able to um their light will be able to, I don't know if we'll be able to see their light, maybe, but no, yeah, because I know three-eye atlas, they can now see light is as coming from three-eye atlas. But in terms of the what the scientists call the dark matter, it is also gonna become its light's gonna be restored. Its light is being restored right now. All right, so know that this world is feminine, and all the masculine, the gods, they stole this world from the feminine, and they hijacked the world, and this is the reason why they had turned everything masculine, and now the world has to be returned back to balance. Holy moly. Ay, ay, ay. And so they want us to accept that this evil, and for us not to fight, for our light to be restored, and for balance to be restored. All right, everyone is given the power to create, right? Because we are all wearing this duality consciousness, but it is obscuring the self, so it has to be pulled off the self so you can see. All right, because your eyes is being blind. Okay, so what have the ionized have been using their creative power to create in the dream? Because now we have to move to creating balance, because look what all the governments are creating: war, weapons of mass destruction, hate, propagandas, lies, tyrannical system of government and rulership and policies, right? And their arbitrary laws. They create drugs, evil mind control devices. They have AI deception, poisonous food, water. They do engineering of viruses, so virus warfare. All these evil things they are creating, right? Prejudice, bias, destroying the balance of the I Mother Nature, and all kind of devices to attack the mind, to trap themselves into their devices. They're trapping the spirits when you say a family member of yours pass and leaving the body and pass on from the body. They have the devices that they are trapping themselves into these devices, so there's a lot of evil creation that human beings have created with the help of the ideal nature, the consciousness, and the gods. Right now, I erase all evil from my creation. Everything I have created I demolish, and as I have commanded, so shall it be, so it is. Victory, victory. So we have to move now to start creating balance and harmony. Everything that we create must be in alignment with our one true pure self and not with this duality consciousness. Because everything the consciousness is telling one programming wants to create, these are all these evil that now exist in the world. And now we must move from this evil creation to start creating in alignment with our soul. So I'm just encouraging everyone to just seek your soul, align with your soul, and not with this consciousness and all of these duality gods. Okay? So, victory, victory. This is a prayer for Candace Owens and her family. All right? Because as a speaker of truth, there are many ones fighting against you that do not want truth to be spoken. Like right now, I have all I do in nature on I, fighting I, so that I should not speak truth. But I already tell these gods that I will not keep their secrets, and I am always going to speak truth no matter what they do to me, to this body. All right, so victory, victory to the I, Candace Owens. May the I, Candace Owens, be triumphant over the I dual nature, all the I demons and monsters. May the I dissolve all the I demons and monsters. May the I taking the characters as Archangel Michael, the self-replica of the I Shiva Shambho, continue to guide and protect the I Candace Owens from all harm and danger. And speak truth and no lies. Candace Owens, you have the power. I am rooting for your victory. Victory, 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 victory. Soon you will have to face the church and confront the evil it has done and is still doing. As you take on the role of your destiny, know that you have been fully prepared for this role. May the I stand up to all the I do in nature and dissolve all the I monsters and demons. Victory, 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 victory to the I Candace Owens. May you remain vigilant and anchored into your soul to be your true self. May the I, Candace Owens, continue to fight for truth and justice. Victory, victory to the I, Candace Owens, on the path to self-truth and liberation from all evil and this duality consciousness, the I dual nature. No weapons formed against the I will prosper. Yes, return to sender. Victory, 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 victory to the I. Yes. Which honor. The I is triumphant. Victory, 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 victory. I command all veils be removed from the I and I eyes. I command all government and shadow government be dissolved to be no more. I remove all curse and trance placed over the I and I. I and I rise up and claim my sovereignty and stand in my self-truth. Dissolution to all Kabbalist propaganda and white supremacy. Dissolution to all caste system. Dissolution to all banking mafias and all drug cartels. I denounce all government. I do not give you this government. I do not give any government power to rule over I. I am self-governing. I do not need anyone to govern over I. I claim my sovereignty. I am primal light taking form in this body avatar as a fractal fragmented self. I am self-governing. I am self-sufficient. I denounce all governments. I am in alignment with the I want true pure self. Unmanifest. I alone exist. I have no attachment to any and all the I dream characters waging a war against I. I am not under your jurisdiction. Down with this oppressive, tyrannical regime. You have no power over I and I. I take back my power. You cannot act on my behalf. I am sovereign being. I am all of this existence. All is myself. I am primal light. Government, you are in violation of my sovereign rights. It's time for evil government rulership to end. Your age of ruling I under slavery and oppression is over. No more governments, corporations. You will be judged by your actions. You have no impunity. You have no immunity. Time for justice, order, truth, and purity of mind. I live by the law of the I one true pure self. I alone exist. The I, the unmanifest. I move in alignment with the I one true pure self. I lean not on my own narrow and limited understanding, but I trust in the I, the all-knowing self. I sit in stillness and seek counsel from the I self-intelligence within. No weapon or weapons form against the I and I will prosper. I am victorious. I am triumphant. Victory, 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 victory. I turn your weapons back onto you, and I dissolve all the I egoic nature, all the I demons and monsters. All the I enemies will be defeated. No fear. Evil must end, and life must be free. I am in command of the commandment command. And as I have commanded, so shall it be. It is done. It is so. Victory, 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 victory. Victory to the great liberators of I and I. Victory, victory. Much gratitude, much honor to all the I and I's in alignment to restore balance to I. Victory, victory. Evil must end, and life must be free. Life must be free. Down with all slavery, all oppression. No more blood sacrifice. No more human sacrifice. All evil must end. France, the West, CIA, FBI, Israel, NATO, EU, Netanyahu, Bill Gates, all these evil scientists, all criminals, gangs, African government all over the world, China government, all of these things terrorize one another. Evil must end. Yeah, gangs terrorizing I and I. all criminals, drug traffickers. It's time for all of this evil to end. All I and I will face justice. You have no impunity, you have no immunity. You will be judged by your actions. Your age of ruling is over, and now the I want you pure self has now taken command and will make the I and I self known very soon. Evil must end, life must be free. I and I stand against all the I egoic nature. I stand against all evil. I and I stand against our government criminal gangs, the ruling class, exploiting and oppressing and sodomizing other human beings and little human beings and babies and breeding babies to so that you can have immortality in a body, because breed babies just to steal their body parts to so you can have immortality in a body. Evil must end. And I stand against all corporation and oligarch and banking exploiting all the land and resources for their own egoic gain and destabilizing the nations through coup plots and genocides. How dare you? Who gave you command to rule over others? Your age of rulership is over. I and I stand against all evil regimes and bully culture. Evil must end. I and I stand against all the I clones and ego false selves committing genocides and slavery and human sacrifice and blood sacrifice all over the world. The I ego can never be trusted. No weapon formed against the I and I will prosper. I am victorious always. All our enemies will be defeated. No fear. Evil must end. Life must be free. As I have commanded, so shall it be. It is done. It is so. Victory, 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 victory. Victory, victory to the great liberators of I and I. Victory, victory to all the I and I's fighting for liberation, like Ibrahim Traore, Assimi Goita, Abdurrah Chiani, Candace Owens. Yeah, I'm even cheering Vladimir Putin on. Yeah, because he's standing against a lot of those African government who are standing up for their peoples. It's time for this world to be free and everyone live in peace and harmony. Time for evil to end, corruption to end. And we must see things as they are. And I'm repeating this again, that I denounce our government. I do not give any government any power to rule over I. You cannot interrogate I, question I. I claim my sovereignty. I am primal light taking form in a body avatar. I am self-governing. I am self-sufficient. And I denounce all government. I am in alignment with the I want you, pure self. I alone exist. I have no attachment to all the I dream characters waging a war against I. I am not under your jurisdiction. I live by the law of the I want you, pure self. I am sovereign. Government have no power over I and I. I file a case against all bully tyrannical government committing genocide, starvation, drugs, prostitution, blood sacrifice, and human sacrifice, and deprivation, rape, and sodomy of all the I and I's. File a case against you. All government will crumble and fall. Down with this oppressive tyrannical regime. You have no power over I and I. I take back my power. You cannot act on my behalf. You're evil, demented. I am sovereign. I am all of the existence, and all is myself, and that's why I am taking command of my egoic nature, of all my demons and my monsters, and I dissolve them. Our government is in violation of all the I rights. Look what they're doing in Africa. Many of those countries, the people, they rise up. Thousands of people they slaughter because they have been an evil government, and the people can't rise up and have any change. Who give you power to rule over other human beings? Who give you power to rule over other human beings? And when they say we don't want you to rule over us, you just slaughter them and just throw them in mass graves. Your age of ruling I and I under slavery and oppression is over. No more government. That's what I am calling for. I'm dissolving all this government stuff. This is crazy. I live by the law of the I want true, pure self. I live and abide by the law of the I want true, pure self. I know that all is myself. I know that I alone exist. Everyone and all of the existence is myself. I live in balance and harmony with all of myself. I realize that I am a participant in my own imagination creation. I know that I am a fractal primal light self wearing a sleeping, dreaming consciousness device called the mind. This mind is impure, and I know that it lights need to be restored so balance can be restored to the world. This is what our problem is. I know that I am a participant in my dream creation, taking on a human avatar form. I know that I am deathless, formless, timeless, limitless, boundless. I know that I am a visitor here inside of the mind of the I self, playing the role of Ra, the sun that illuminates the dream creation world. Therefore, this world is temporary. All of my other fractal selves do not know me as themselves because of the delusion of the consciousness, the egoic state that all the ionize are in. I know that this world will be dissolved soon and will return, and I will return home to the I want you pure self. This is a creation we have entered to visit, so eventually we have to leave it. All right. Therefore, I will live in honor to the I want you pure self. I take only what I need. I take only what I need. I live in equanimity, balance, and harmony with the I want you pure self until that time when this dream world is dissolved to be no more. All is myself and I alone exist. Yeah. So it's time for us to return to truth and remember that all forms are temporary manifestation. All forms are temporary manifestations for all of those ones who are looking for immortality in a body, that they are breeding babies so that they can use the babies to prolong their body, so that because they make alignments with the ideal nature so that they can have immortality in their body. All forms are temporary manifestation. All forms are temporary manifestations. You're only here for a while. Whether you want to stay into this crazy world forever, oppressing and doing evil, from that which you rise, you will return. From that which you rise, you will return. From that which I rise, I will return. Yeah, all that rise from I return to I. I dissolve all my monsters and my demons to be no more. I am the all. I am the light energy. I am primal light. All is I. I am stillness. I am the blackness. I am that I am. I am the void self. I am that has no name. I am that can't be explained. All evil is erased from this world. Return from whence you came to be no more. From where you came from. Where does evil rise from? The mind. The mind of consciousness. This Christ consciousness is tricking everyone. Be a truth seeker. Go beyond the gods. Go beyond Jesus. Go beyond Allah. Go beyond Krishna. Go beyond the gods to get to the root of your truth. Align with yourself, called the soul, if you want to know truth. All right. May all the ionize come into truth. May all beings know the I self. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining. Much honor. Much gratitude to all the ionize. See, someone says a message. Let's see what this message is saying. Father God, yes, we come together for Candace Owens. Thank you for that prayer. We rebuke and renounce any evil that has plotted against Candace, Father God. Thank you for hiding Candace under. All right. Thank you for your prayer for Candace also. Someone says she is the devil. She's not the devil. We all have a demonic nature to ourselves. All right. This person said Charlie has brought a new wave of faith only for her to poison it with her vile lies, and now the youth that was looking towards faith is turning away because of her Pharisee's mouth. This person, Erica Q, whatever that is, you don't really understand the nature of the world, so you're just speaking falsehood right here. All right. The nature of the world is that we have dual nature. And when you are a truth seeker, you get a lot of attacks. Just like what you are doing right now, attacking her. All right. So may all the I and I seek truth, right? Seek your true nature. And don't trust, you're trusting all these characters, because this world is a great deception. And so if you don't want to see that, to see things as they are, I don't know what to say to all anyone who don't want to see things as they are. We have to be able to see things as they are, not the way that our false perception and the way we want to see it, but we have to see it for what it is, because we like to see things and say, oh, pretend like it didn't happen, right? So this is what we've been programmed into. When we see truth and something happen, we say, oh no, that can't be, but it just happened. Why are you saying no, it can't be? So I will see you. It's right now closing this video. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for clicking this video. I'll see you at the next live.